My dear friends, imagine this. You're standing in a crowded place. Voices all around you. Laughter, conversations, movement, life unfolding in every direction. And yet, inside you, there is silence. A strange, deep silence that separates you from everything happening around you. You smile when others smile. You speak when others speak. You follow the rhythm of the world. But somewhere within you, a quiet awareness keeps whispering, "This is not all there is." Have you ever felt that? Have you ever felt like you are living in the same world as everyone else, but experiencing it in a completely different way? If you have, then listen carefully. Because this feeling is not random. It is not a weakness. It is not something to fix. It is a sign that something within you is waking up. The great spiritual teacher taught that spiritual awakening does not begin with light or miracles. It begins with discomfort, with questions, with a sense of not belonging. And tonight, we are going to go deeper than ever before. Stay with this video until the very end, because what you are about to understand may completely change the way you see yourself and your life. Before we step further into this journey, if you feel drawn to truth, to awareness, to something deeper than the surface of everyday life, subscribe to the Inner Divine channel. This is not just a channel. It is a space for awakening minds. Also, pause for a moment and write in the comments, "I accept my spiritual path." When you write these words, you are making a silent agreement with your own soul. And if even one part of this message touches you, like this video, so it can reach someone else who feels the same way but cannot explain it. Now, let us go deeper. There is a moment in every awakening soul when the world begins to feel distant. Not physically distant, but emotionally, spiritually, internally distant. You look at the same things you once enjoyed and they no longer bring the same excitement. You engage in conversations that once felt meaningful and now they feel empty. You follow routines that once gave you comfort and now they feel mechanical. And you begin to wonder, what changed? The answer is simple yet profound. You did. According to the soul is always evolving. And when it reaches a certain point, it begins to withdraw its interest from illusions. What are illusions? Not things that are fake, but things that are temporary. The soul begins to crave something real, something lasting, something deeper than surface-level existence. And when that craving begins, the world starts to feel different. Another layer of this experience is your sensitivity. You begin to feel more than before. Not just your own emotions, but the emotions of others. You walk into a room and instantly sense the energy. You can feel tension without anyone speaking. You can feel sadness behind someone's smile. You can feel truth, even when words try to hide it. This heightened awareness can feel overwhelming. At times, you may wish you could turn it off. But this is not a burden. It is perception. Your consciousness is expanding beyond the obvious. You are no longer just seeing the world. You are feeling it. And that changes everything. There is also a deep loneliness that often walks beside awakening. A quiet, unspoken loneliness. You may have people around you, friends, family, connections. But still, you feel alone. Not because you have no one, but because you feel misunderstood. You try to express what you feel, but words fall short. You try to explain your thoughts, but others cannot relate. And slowly, you begin to keep things within. This is one of the most delicate phases of awakening, but it is also one of the most important, because in this space of solitude, you begin to meet yourself. Not the version shaped by society, not the version created by expectations, but the real you. And once you discover that, everything begins to shift. Then comes the questioning. Relentless, deep questioning. You begin to question beliefs you once accepted without thought. You question the way life is structured. You question success, happiness, purpose. You begin to ask, why am I here? What is the meaning of all this? What is real and what is illusion? These are not ordinary questions. They are the beginning of awakening. Most people avoid these questions because they disturb comfort. But you cannot ignore them anymore. Because something inside you is searching for truth. And truth does not settle for easy answers. Another transformation begins quietly. Your desires change. Things that once seemed important start to fade. The need for approval weakens. The desire to impress others disappears. The chase for external validation slowly dissolves. And in its place, something new arises. A desire for peace. A desire for understanding. A desire to live authentically. You begin to value silence over noise, depth over distraction, truth over illusion. And this shift may confuse others. They may not understand why you have changed. But this change is not loss. It is alignment. There are moments when you feel guided by something unseen. You cannot explain it logically, but you feel it. A pull towards certain ideas. A connection with certain teachings. A sudden clarity about a decision. It feels as if something is leading you. Gently, quietly, consistently. This is what described as inner guidance. The voice of the soul. It does not force. It does not shout. It simply guides. And the more you trust it, the stronger it becomes. But awakening is not always peaceful. Sometimes it brings emotional storms. Old wounds rise to the surface. Memories you thought were gone return. Feelings you buried begin to unfold. You may experience sadness, confusion, even fear. And you may wonder if something is wrong. But nothing is wrong. This is healing. The soul is releasing what it no longer needs. Letting go of past pain, past identities, past limitations. So that you can step into something new. And then, slowly, gently, a realization begins to form. You are not here to fit into the world. You are here to understand it. To see beyond it. To grow through it. The feeling of being different is not a curse. It is a calling. A sign that you are moving toward awareness. Toward truth. Toward something deeper than the surface of existence. The truth is, not everyone will understand your journey. Not everyone will resonate with your thoughts. Not everyone will walk the same path. And that is okay. Because your path was never meant to be identical to anyone else's. Your journey is unique. Your awakening is personal. And your truth is yours to discover. Taught that when the soul turns inward, it begins to discover a different kind of life. A life not controlled by external circumstances. A life guided by inner awareness. A life rooted in peace, clarity, and truth. And once you experience that, you can never go back to living unconsciously. So if you feel different, if you feel like you don't belong, if you feel like you are searching for something you cannot define, do not be afraid. Do not try to suppress it. Do not try to become like everyone else. Because the very thing that makes you feel different is the very thing that is awakening within you. If this message resonated with your heart, subscribe to Inner Divine and continue this journey of awakening with us. Also, write in the comments, I accept my spiritual path. Your words may become the light someone else is searching for. And if you know someone who feels lost, different, or misunderstood, share this video with them. Sometimes, a single message can change the direction of a soul. Until we meet again, stay aware, stay present, stay true to what you feel within. Because the path you are walking was never meant to be ordinary.